Young people in areas such as these are left crippled by poverty, crime and limited access to higher education. They want government to invest in sustainable renewable energy projects that will provide job opportunities and skills development for the youth.
As a young person in South Africa, I think the best option or the best way we can use when it comes to energy, because we have a crisis of load shedding almost the whole year. So I think we should use the energy that will not harm the environment, which is a green energy.
The daily power interruptions have had a devastating impact on businesses that's left many young people unemployed.
That is affecting the youth most importantly, because we are seeing people losing jobs on a daily basis. So we want government to actually enact this energy plan immediately, not in 2024.
These young people say the investments in coal, nuclear and gas will cost them heavily in the future.
At the moment, we are suffering from energy poverty and other energy-related matters such as load shedding. However, us as youth, we want those that are involved within planning South Africa's energy system to opt for energy options that will not place any financial burden or environmental burden or health burden on us as the youth in the future.
They want energy policies that will be beneficial and sustainable.
South Africa has a large population of young people who are struggling with unemployment, poor access to education, and limited economic opportunities. Any policies or decisions that negatively impact their financial well-being should be avoided. Unfortunately, energy planning in South Africa has not always been a priority for government since 2008. Our country has now experienced frequent power outages and load shedding.
Ocean seismic testing for possible gas deposits and the proposed car power ship LNG independent power producer programs have left these youth frustrated.
Relying on car power ships for 20 years, and you're not just paying for when you're using the car power ships, you're paying for the opportunity to use car power ships. So even if we're not using it, it's because it's there as backup and we have the possibility to use it, we're still having to pay. So those are two very expensive sort of solutions that have been put forward when we're thinking about our energy system and how to move forward. And I think what we need to be thinking instead is about how we can be expanding our grid.
Minerals and Energy Minister Gwede Mantashe has announced plans to procure 5,000 megawatts of renewable energy.
People want to project us as being hostile to the renewables, but policy announcements that we're making point to a different direction. So embedded generation has no limit. We've removed the cap altogether. We've allowed municipalities to develop their own energy. There's no flood of applications to do that, but policy has allowed it.
He's maintained that nuclear and gas options would still be considered in the energy mix as the country moves towards a just energy transition from high carbon to low carbon emissions. Nozintombi Mia, SABC News.